trying to protect peace after trauma. Best friends taking it offensively. So I am pregnant and just went through the most traumatic time of my entire life. I know it sounds crazy and outlandish, but my downstairs neighbor had a schizophrenic episode and was making plans to murder me while pregnant and at home with my toddler every day alone. I've never suffered from anxiety before until now and have been really vocal about it with my best friends. We are all in a group message and have been best friends for 10 to 15 years. I am a little closer with 2 of them than I am with the other 2, but not by much. We've all been friends forever. Recently, the 2 that I'm closer with started telling me things about the other 2, that when they wanted to get me a birthday present, the other 2 showed no interest and didn't care, and same when they wanted to send me something for my pregnancy. I'm pretty laid back and didn't really take much mind to it, but they definitely made it a big point to me to say that the other 2 did not care about me and showed that. They brought it up multiple times to me. Anyways, I start going through this super traumatic time, and the 2 that I'm less close with don't even reach out with a call or text asking me how I am, although I've voiced on multiple occasions that I feel like this is a very hard and traumatic situation that I am not handling well. Even when I reach out to them with a phone call, they don't answer. But like I said, I don't really take things personally and just assumed they were busy. It was something I took note of, but didn't really genuinely take offense to. I have been struggling since the traumas with huge panic attacks where my vision goes blurry, my fingers get tingly, I can't really see or hear. My doctor says it's the anxiety from the situation trying to leave my body and me getting overstimulated. The other day, everyone was talking about taking trips in the group message, and I left because it was overstimulating to me. I was on FaceTime with my best friend at the time and told her I'm having anxiety and I'll be back soon and that there is no hard feelings to anyone. The next day, I stayed off my phone and felt great. I noticed that the less I'm off my phone, the less I am getting anxious. My best friend called me and told me I had to tell me other best friends that I'm less close with why I left the group message and about my anxiety and panic attacks. I said I'll talk to them if I'm ready, or if they want to reach out they can, that it's no secret and I'm happy to talk about it, but I'm not going to hunt them down to tell them my mental health is bad right now. I didn't leave the group message for any drama purpose, just to get space, and that they have seemed unconcerned with my mental health in the past, and I'm not going to chase them down to talk about it. I explain right now I'm highly anxious and I want least drama as possible, but that I'm not mad at anyone. At this point, I have to pull over my car because the conversation alone is causing me anxiety. Anyways, I completely disconnect and focus on just being happy. During this time, I make a post on my Instagram about how I am working on overcoming trauma and how I am happier to be on the other side, not directed at anyone at all. I find it strange that the 2 I'm not as close with don't reach out to me, and it just further confirms to me that they don't really care about my genuine well-being, considering everything else I've experienced with them and what the other girls have told me about how they have acted and what they have said. My closest friend continues to reach out to me about how it's my responsibility to let everyone in the group message know that I'm not doing well. I tell her I will, but I don't really agree because it's causing me so much anxiety. I just want to take a few days of space before I go talking to people. I tell her I want to just focus on getting my mental health back on track and protecting my peace at all costs. I once again reiterate, I'm not mad at anyone. I even say to her, the other 2 don't care. You even told me they didn't care about my birthday or my pregnancy. At this point, she replies, she's not going to deny that, and that did in fact happen. So in my brain, I'm like literally thinking they do not give a FCK at all, and it doesn't matter if I reach out or not. During this time, I have to go to the hospital because my anxiety gets so bad. I am clearly struggling with something, which is why I don't want to go talking to everyone. I don't even have the mental space to have these conversations, especially if they are showing no concern. So I just deal with my problems myself. About 2 weeks go by, and at this point I'm like, wow, neither of the 2 has even checked in on my mental health, honestly, whatever, and I decide at this point I don't even want to have them as friends because what my other friends have told me must be true. They didn't care about my birthday, my pregnancy, the huge trauma I just dealt with, or even check in that I took a mental health hiatus. During this time, my husband and I go through a huge process of just clearing out relationships in our lives that don't serve us. I make a post on my close friend's Instagram that I am feeling good, clearing out relationships, and moving forward. It was not directed specifically at my 2 friends, and I even took them off of my close friends so they wouldn't see it or take it personally. I have no idea why someone would send it to them. I have like 10 people on there and I was just venting. At this point, Radio silence from the other two, and my closer friends confirming that when it came to my birthday and my pregnancy, they didn't care. I was just like, I'm over this. True colors proven. I want to disconnect. I text them a text that is like, hey, out of love and respect, I think I need space from our friendship at this point. I even say I was never mad at them, but at this point it feels like we have different ideas of how to show up for people as true friends. I get a response back that is somewhere along the lines of how I have stonewalled everyone, although not a single one of them has reached out to me, and if they would have, I would have clearly just told them I'm really struggling with anxiety and panic attacks, and started all of this drama between our friends. I literally just took space for my mental health, was hospitalized, and then as soon as I had space, I reached out to them. I also took the space because I wanted to be involved in as least drama as possible. I then reached out to my best and closest friend at the time and asked her why they thought I was stonewalling them, and she tells me she told them that I was, and that she encouraged them not to talk to me because she thought it was my responsibility. I asked her why she did that when I told her I wasn't mad at them and that I was just taking space for my mental well-being. At this point, I think my closest friend really stirred the pot and started a lot of this drama, as she knew exactly what I was going through, instigated the problem by originally telling me they didn't care about things that had to do with me, and then encouraged them that I was ignoring them, even though she knew I wasn't, and I told her on multiple occasions I wasn't even mad at them, and told them not to talk to me, which then made me feel upset and like they didn't care. Now the two I'm the least close with think I started all of this drama, although my intention was literally to just have peace for my pregnancy and well-being, and the one I'm closest with I'm the most mad at because she completely twisted the story to them, although she knew the genuine truth and reality of what was going on. What do I even do? I am still having horrible anxiety, on top of being pregnant, and these are my best friends, but none of them are being kind, compassionate, or considerate at all about what is going on in my life or what I'm going through. I'm not a child. I would never stonewall people, leave a group message for attention, or purposefully start drama. So the fact this is all getting pinned on me when all I did was take space for my mental health is seriously confusing and concerning to me. Instead of thinking, hey, my best friend is pregnant and just went through a hard time, which she has voiced on countless occasions, I wonder what's going on with her. They immediately jumped to the conclusion and villainized me as this drama starting, mean girl. And on top of that, my best and closest friend who instigated this issue with them then backed the idea to them that I was stonewalling them, although I told her on multiple occasions I wasn't and I would talk to them anytime. I gave the other girls the opportunity for me to tell them what has been going on with my mental health after realizing my closest friend spun the story. I told them they clearly have no idea what's going on and that I am open to having a conversation to explain it had nothing to do with them and just me getting my mental health in check and going to the hospital. Instead of being open to conversation, they've called me names at this point like delusional, malicious, childish, immature, disrespectful,